What's up and welcome to another episode of GizmoSlip. So today we're taking a look at a camera comparison comparing the $399 Pixel 3a versus the iPhone XS Max, the OnePlus 7 Pro, and the Galaxy S10 Plus. These are some of the best cameras on any smartphone out there. So this camera comparison is going to be really interesting because we have a super budget $399 Pixel 3a versus the $669 OnePlus 7 Pro versus the much more expensive Galaxy S10 Plus and iPhone XS Max. Now I want to mention that there will be a poll for the best photos, best videos, and best audio recording of these four phones, and I'd love for you guys to take it, so be sure to stick around to the very end of this video. Let's go ahead and get into this photo shootout. Alright, so first up we have this weird bird statue that's in my backyard. Right off the bat, I gotta say I love the colors on the Pixel 3a the best. And as we zoom in, you can see that the Galaxy S10 and the Pixel 3a have the better overall detail, though the OnePlus 7 Pro and the iPhone XS Max certainly isn't bad. Another weird little statue thing in my backyard. You can see that all four photos look really good, but when we get in close, I don't know, I feel like they're all basically tied, except maybe again the Pixel 3a has a little more detail. It's a really tough call on this one. Here's this tomato mural thing. I would argue that all four photos are quite excellent and have really good color, though I think the OnePlus 7 Pro actually has my favorite rendition of the colors. A little bit better red when you zoom in on the tomato face, and you can also see a little bit more detail even as we zoom in, and that's because of the 48 megapixel sensor. Now here's the same weird mural with the ultra wide cameras on the OnePlus 7 Pro and the Galaxy S10 Plus. Of course the iPhone and the Pixel 3a do not have ultra wides, so we just get two photos in this comparison shot, but you can see a lot more of the mural, which is nice. And when we zoom in really close, you can see that they both capture pretty good detail, but I will say that the Galaxy S10 Plus has just a tad more. Here's a shot of the front bumper of my Tesla with the regular 1x camera, and when we zoom in on the front light here, you can see that the detail and the colors I think pop just a little bit better on the Galaxy S10 Plus. At least that's my take on it, but the OnePlus 7 Pro also looks really, really good as well. Now this is a macro shot, meaning that I'm getting the smartphone as close to the emblem as I can and still get a in-focus picture. So you can see that the OnePlus 7 Pro really doesn't do macro quite as close, so it's a little bit wider out. And then when we zoom into the emblems, you can see that the Pixel 3a maintains a little bit better clarity on the 9, and especially if you look at the reflections, you can see a lot more detail in the actual reflection. Here's a shot of the front bumper with the optical zoom lenses on the various cameras. Of course, the Pixel 3a is still just using that 1x with a 400% crop. Now, when we zoom in on this photo, you can see the Galaxy S10 Plus has the best detail, followed by the iPhone XS Max. The OnePlus 7 Pro, sadly, even with a 3x zoom, really didn't retain as much detail as you'd think. And of course the Pixel 3a doesn't do very well in this test because it only has a 1x zoom. Now here's a shot using the ultra wide, and again I think the Galaxy S10 Plus has slightly better colors, slightly better detail in this ultra wide photo. Now I just want to mention really quick that it does help if you guys smash that like button, and if you want to see more smartphone reviews, comparison, drop tests, and wacky tech durability tests, hit that subscribe button right now. Now here's a macro shot of a branch in my backyard, and right off the bat you can tell the color difference with the Galaxy S10 Plus is massive, and I think it looks really, really good in this photo. Definitely looks the best in my opinion. That said, the other photos do look good, but they're a little bit dark, and I know the Galaxy series tends to overexpose things, but this is a situation where overexposing, it's maybe not such a bad thing. Now I did use the zoom lens to see how close I could get to the branch. This means that I was using the optical zooms on the iPhone XS Max, the Galaxy S10, and the OnePlus 7 Pro. Well, with the Pixel 3a, we just have to do a crop once again. Now here's a shot going off the back porch of my house. I think all four photos look really, really good, though the iPhone XS Max seems just a little bit washed out. So now here we can see the zoom capabilities of each smartphone's capturing something at a great distance away. As we zoom in to match the 3x optical zoom of the OnePlus 7 Pro, you can get a better idea of the quality. And then when we zoom in even further on the logo, you can see the Pixel 3a really does fall apart in the detail category, while the other three phones do maintain great detail. Now here's a portrait shot, and overall I really like the Pixel 3a's and the Galaxy S10 Pluses. For some reason the background didn't blur with the iPhone XS Max. Sometimes it glitches out like that. Now when we zoom in on the portrait mode, you can see a lot more detail on my beard, especially around my beard hair. Now when we do the front camera selfie, you can see all four photos are really good in the selfie department. And as we zoom in on my eye, again, they're all really good. It's hard to like complain about any of them. Now here's an in the darkness flash photograph, and I gotta give the Pixel 3a the win here. The colors are just more natural looking. The Galaxy S10 comes in a close second, followed by the iPhone XS Max being decent, and the OnePlus 7 Pro, just I look too whited out, and you got this weird shadow effect going on as well. So now here's a night mode camera shot with each of the phones using their specific night modes, and the Galaxy S10 Plus recently upgraded their night mode, so it is better now, which is nice. But let's go ahead and take a look at the detail on the pool balls here, and you can see that the Galaxy S10 Plus and the Pixel 3a really do a lot better job, with I think the Pixel 3a being just slightly better, but they're really close. So here we have the rear camera stabilization test. Now these were each shot in 4K 30 frames per second. And overall, I really like the video modes on all of these, though I gotta say the OnePlus 7 Pro definitely had a very dark exposure. And here we have the front camera selfie mode, and all four have reasonable front camera selfie modes. I gotta say that overall they were really close in terms of quality. Now here's a rear camera ultra wide. Now the Galaxy S10 Plus is the only smartphone of these four that have an ultra wide that you can actually record video with. So if you're looking to record ultra wide video for vlogs and stuff, the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus is going to be the one to go with. Now here's a walk around shot of the Tesla Model S. Let me know again which one you think has the best colors, the best overall representation of the scene. I'm really curious to know what you guys think. And again, here's an ultra wide shot with the Galaxy S10 Plus. Next up, we have an audio test for each of the cameras, and I'll let you decide which one you think has the best audio. Okay, so this is the iPhone XS Max front camera video and selfie mode audio test. Is my voice coming out clear? Can you hear me? Is the audio artifacts good or bad? What do you think? Okay, so this is the selfie camera video and audio test. How does my voice sound? Is it clear? Is it easy to understand? Is it peaking? Do we have any extra audio noise? Let's find out. Okay, so this is the selfie camera audio and video test. Is my voice coming across clear? Am I easy to understand? Is the audio peaking, or is there any extra audio artifacts? Notice that the OnePlus 7 Pro front camera certainly has a more noticeable narrow angle of view on the front camera. So, I mean, I have to kind of hold it extra far out. Okay, now this is the Pixel 3a front camera audio and video selfie test. One thing that's interesting to note is that the Pixel 3a is certainly a wider angle camera, but is the audio any good? Can you hear me clearly and loudly? Okay, so this is the iPhone XS Max front camera video and selfie mode audio test. Is it clear? Is it easy to understand? Is it peaking? Do we have any extra audio noise? Let's find out. Notice that the OnePlus 7 Pro front camera certainly has a more noticeable narrow angle of view on the front camera. So, I mean, I have to kind of hold it extra far out. One thing that's interesting to note is that the Pixel 3a is certainly a wider angle camera, but is the audio any good? Can you hear me clearly and loudly? So there you go, that's the camera comparison between these four phones. What did you think? Which one do you think was the best overall? For me, it's kind of a toss-up between the Pixel 3a and the Galaxy S10 Plus and kind of the OnePlus 7 Pro. I was actually surprised a little bit at how bad the iPhone XS Max did overall in the comparison. Now, as far as video mode goes, I also want to mention the fact that the OnePlus 7 Pro has these weird video stabilization issues when you go into darker environments. It's like the camera shutter can't counter for the digital and optical image stabilization, and it causes these weird artifacting and glitches. So if you're looking to shoot some video in the kind of nighttime environments, the OnePlus 7 Pro just isn't going to work nearly as well as these other devices. So let me know in the poll in the top right which of these four phones you picked for best photos, best video, and for best audio. I'm really curious to see what the polls look like at the end of this video. I do have something very special in the laser department planned for you very soon. It's kind of a teaser for the upcoming video. It's gonna be freaking awesome. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. I will see you in the next one. Brandon out.